This is Fano from An Hour with the Wolfpack, and this is my segment Steppin of Babylon, and this is day 54. Today's date is March 15th, 2016, and today I just had the normal morning diet. And then for lunch, I had, I think it was close to a pound of organic beef, ground beef. And then I had a coconut water with pineapple, I think it was. And beyond that, I think I just had some water. And then I had some sprouted chips. It's not really on my diet, but I bought some for my guacamole and I had some leftovers, so I had it. And then my normal nighttime diet. Today my thoughts are on probability. And I believe that energy recycles. And so if you're like weak, say at your job, or maybe you need a new job, maybe you need more jobs or something aspect, or it's the whole weight thing. Like you want to lose certain weight or you want to get like some mental clarity. I believe the more you stay focused and consistent on being positive in that light, energy rewards you at some point eventually. And what I'm talking about for myself is that, so far I just been on this diet and it's been pretty consistent, as consistent as I can be. And I haven't drank, haven't done any of that stuff. And, I lost a lot of weight so far. But, for me it's like, financially, I wish, I could make more money and, or I have like a really good relationship with somebody, but it's kind of hard meeting people who are on the same wavelength. But I feel like energy-wise, like financially, I think things are coming more towards my way, and I'm being rewarded to realize not giving me too much reward, but to also realize that being on a diet, eating clean, having clean thoughts, I will get rewarded in other fields. Nothing's instant, and I think the thing that they teach us nowadays is you can go through life and everything's instant all the time. Like you can go out there and write a book and become a famous book writer, and it's like, no, it takes time and it takes effort, and it could take 10 years, it could take 1 year, but I think this whole thought of just going out there and doing something, you're supposed to make money. And like I used to do a lot of like farmers markets and things to sell my art, and I'd go there a lot when I was younger, and I'd always think like, well, you're supposed to go there, you make a ton of money, and the reality is you don't. But some people do, majority of people don't, but I think the whole aspect of it is just to go out there and keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and then one day you make it. But I realize in a lot of documentaries or just a lot of stuff you see, it's just like you see somebody famous and they have like their story, like, oh, one day I started doing whatever, and then 5 years later I made it. But like the story's so instantaneous that you just think, well, you go out there and shit just happens and boom, you made it. But it's like the same thing though, in energy wise, with food and diet. And you're not going to lose 50 pounds in 10 days or in a month. It takes months upon months to do it. And it's the same thing with wisdom. You're not going to learn everything on all these subjects. You got to keep studying every day. And so everything takes time, but we're taught that stuff is so instant now with technology. But in the reality of it, nothing's really changed because nothing's instant. Everything takes time. And so it's the same thing with good stuff happening back to you. Is you got to put out energy out there constantly. And at some point, it'll start coming back. I mean, it might take months, might take days, might take years, might take, I don't know, a whole lifetime. You might die and nothing good happens, but after you're dead, really good stuff happens. And that's shown a lot through a lot of like master artists and just, I don't know, revolutionary people. That's what happens. So I just say pretty much what I'm trying to get at is just don't ever be discouraged, because there's really no point in being afraid of anything. Like, your body of who you are, you'll always try to survive. So they always try to teach you that, don't be a risk taker. Don't do this because you might blow everything and then you're screwed and might kill yourself or some crap like that. But there is no truth in that. You will always find something. I mean, unless you really want to die. But most people can't do that, and their body won't let them do that. So it's just not going to happen, especially if you eat right. Like, you're not going to get to that point. You'll figure out some way to make whatever you want to make work. You'll get over all your fears. I mean, maybe if you eat really low frequency food and you have those thoughts, you might pick the wrong choice. But I think on high vibration foods, you'll always pick the right choice to survive and keep doing better and keep helping people, keep helping yourself. So, yeah, I mean, with all that stuff about getting discouraged, I just say go out there, take risks. The most stuff I ever learned was from being a risk taker and doing things when I thought I couldn't ever make it, but I just believe is you put yourself out there, you keep doing stuff. I mean, even if you just do like a smidgen of something each day, it'll build up after time. Like, you don't have to go out there and spend your whole day doing stuff. You can spend like an hour doing something that will improve your life, like an hour working out, or an hour for some hobby you like, or an hour of just learning. And over time of day by day, you'll learn so much. You'll intake so much energy. So, yeah, I just think learn. My whole thing is like learn everything that you can, every subject, anything that interests you, and don't let people discourage you if like aliens interest you and they're like, oh, aliens don't exist, it's all made up. No, I would say research stuff and keep looking up things, because it's the same thing with health. If that interests you, then you should look up certain things. If certain, I don't know, drawing like comics or something, if that interests you, just do that. I mean, taxes, if you want to learn how to do taxes, do that. If you want to learn to build a car, build a computer, go do that. They always try to teach you like everything's so hard, and really it's not. Like, if you just kind of pay attention to things, you find out how easy it is, and then you'll find how a lot of stuff is pretty much all working in the same formats. And so once you learn one thing, it's easy to learn something else. And then you build also like a lot of confidence in yourself, so you can do a lot of things. But I always break it back down to, if you're very like lazy, or you feel like you don't have confidence to do stuff, or you have anxiety and stuff, eat really clean. Food in itself will make you happy and build your confidence and heal your body, where you just feel like a totally different person. Majority of why people feel the way they feel, it's just really the bad foods, and we're so not aware of what we're eating that it's constantly making us feel like shit subconsciously, and we're always on highs and lows. And I really believe like you should just be on a high all the time, and sometimes you get low, versus being on a low all the time and just sometimes getting on that high. So find what they call like muses or muse, I don't know, or, you find something that inspires you, makes you want to do things. And I mean, if that's talking, go do talking. If it's writing, go do writing. Like, don't let people discourage you, because it's all crap. It's like one day you won't be here in your current body, so it's like, it doesn't matter what you do, just do real awesome things in this world, and it'll come back to you in your next life, or in this life, or in 10 lives down the road. Good stuff will happen. So just be positive and keep going out there doing good things. And it's always, first of all, it's always about yourself, and then about every other person. So don't, I mean, a lot of people say it's all about everyone else, but it's like, what I always think, it's, you can't take care of everyone else if you don't take care of yourself. So focus on yourself, but don't live your whole life on yourself. And I think that's the confusion people think. Like people get like selfish, where they're so selfish with every situation. They just think about themselves. I'm just saying, wake up in the morning, focus on yourself. If you're not happy, you got to focus on yourself to the afternoon or all the way till nighttime. Do that. But even if you did that for a day, the next day you should be able to be happy in the morning. And if not, then it takes you 3 years of just focusing on yourself. Fine, but still pick out of one situation on that day to help someone else. Don't be 100% selfish. I'd say maybe be 70-90% selfish and 10-20% of helping people out. And I think people just live on one side or the other where they're always helping someone out and they're really unhappy themselves, or they're really happy with themselves but they don't have any gratitude about helping other people. Life is yin and yang, but it's about finding the good balance. But I do say, though, overall, I would, even if you did it like in a balance, I'd say do 60-40. 60% taking care of yourself, 40% taking care of other people. Because you can't take care of people unless you're healthy, happy, and all that good stuff. So I'll do it like that. And this is Fano from An Hour with the Wolf Pack, and this is my segment Stepping Out of Babylon, and this is day 54. Today's date is March 15th, 2016. I hope everyone lives with love and compassion, because if you don't love yourself, then you can't love other people, and you definitely won't be compassionate.